buns, it is Steph. Welcome back to my home. Today I want to do a little bit, not really a throwback to maybe like a month ago. Alright, I did a video called Why I'm Not Vegan and Why I Want to Try. I said for the month of May I would try going vegan, and it is now June. So I did my very best, and I'm here to tell you about what I experienced, what I did not expect, what I, basically just everything that happened in regards to trying to be vegan for the month of May. I will tell you right off the bat, I did not do a perfect job. I did not avoid all animal products, but I tried my best to make conscious decisions when I was making those decisions to choose vegan options or to avoid animal products in my food. An easy thing to do was, for example, to switch from milk, like dairy milk, to almond or coconut or soy or whatever. Is soy dairy?
No.
Cool. And that was very easy because it's just a change of what you say at the counter, and it does taste different, but it's not a bad difference. It's just a different flavor, guys. So that was something very simple that I did to help guide my change to no dairy products. That was fine, really. There was no hiccups there. Another dairy thing I tried to replace was cheese. So I tried some dairy-free cheese, which is basically just like fake cheese. I don't remember the brand. We were making tacos one night, so we replaced the meat with tofu that was all chopped up finely, and that was really good. But the cheese, it tasted good in the taco, but it didn't taste good separately, and it didn't melt, which I guess I should have expected because it's not dairy, it's just a whole different thing. And it was fine, but it's not something that, like, I wouldn't buy a vegan cheese replacement and then eat it like as cubes with like wine and crackers or whatever. So it was a different kind of product. It's almost like you can't think of it like it's cheese, which is okay. And I think that's really how you can succeed with trying to go vegan, is instead of thinking I'm going to replace these things, is I'm going to incorporate these new things, right? Because if you try to replace, for example, meat with like replacement meat, it's not going to taste like meat, and you're going to be disappointed. Because when you replace something with another thing, when you're substituting, you expect it to be the same, and it's just not possible 9 times out of 10. So I think if you're going to try this, like I've tried it and like I'm going to continue trying, it's important not to get hung up on the idea of, okay, this equals this, and instead think, okay, I'm going to not eat this, and instead I'm going to consume this, which is totally different. It's a different option. Because if you try to make them the same, you're gonna be disappointed. It's just real. It's the reality. As far as makeup goes, I didn't switch everything over, but what I ran out of, I replaced with cruelty-free brands. I'm now using Cover FX, which I've used for a while, Cover FX, but I've been buying a lot more of it to replace other products. Tarte is another cruelty-free brand that I've been loving recently. Stila is actually my favorite eyeliner, and I was so disappointed because if I was going vegan, I would have to stop buying them because they're not cruelty-free, and they're sold in China where it is mandatory to test on animals, which is what I was told, and I think that's what it is. They've actually made the decision recently to no longer sell in China and to become a cruelty-free brand, which was perfect timing because I did not want to give them up because they're amazing, amazing products. So I'm very, very happy with that because I did not want to stop using those. And I think it's a good time, as far as beauty brands go, to try to make the switch to cruelty-free, because a lot of brands are picking up on it now, and it's become a marketing thing, which, as kind of transparently, backwards as it is for them to go vegan for marketing purposes or to go cruelty-free for marketing purposes instead of, ethical purposes. They're still going cruelty-free, and I think that's good enough for me. I don't really care what their intent is as long as they're actually doing it, and I can still purchase their products and be cruelty-free at the same time. You know what I mean? Now, it is important to know, and I mentioned this in my last video about veganism too, is like there's no such thing as cruelty-free. Because, if it's not on animals, it's on people. And while, human testing is a lot easier to treat in mishaps and things, there's also, the matter of human workers being exploited for wages that aren't gonna support them in all kinds of places and things like that. So it's hard for me because, I don't know, it's hard to explain for me. I don't really know how to articulate that, but I don't think these people are going to be more exploited by me switching to beauty brands that are cruelty-free, so I don't see why I shouldn't. You know what I mean? I was really surprised by how much I actually don't care if I'm eating meat. It's not something I crave anymore. It's not something I really ever craved. It's just I ate it because I thought, oh, 4 food groups, whatever, get your dairy and meat. And I've watched a few documentaries, not all of the ones that have been suggested to me, but I have a bigger understanding of the way the food industry works, and how after World War II, dairy, like cow's milk, was being pushed and sold at a much higher frequency because we had surplus. And it became an industry of profit. And it wasn't really a thing that we needed for a long time because calcium is in a lot of foods, not just milk and not just dairy products. So it's interesting when you start to break down, the reasons why we're told to eat meat and told to eat, milk. And I'm not gonna sit here and shame you for for eating animal products. That's not what I'm about. I'm trying this for my own benefit and for my own adventure, and I'm not here to tell you to do it. I'm just trying to tell you what happened. I thought it was really interesting to learn about these systems and these little things that they did to try to push something that we don't even need for money. And a lot of the food we consume is like that. We've also been taught that cooking is hard and that, you know, you need all these things to cook when it's very, very simple. And that's why I used to be so bad, you know, I'd get fast food and everything. And I'm not trying to fat shame. It's not about that. It's about there's no nutrients. There's nothing in it to fuel your body. And so I would often feel sick and I'd feel tired and I'd feel exhausted. And it's been a long time since I've eaten McDonald's or Burger King or whatever, any kind of fast food like that. And I do feel better. I don't feel that rot that I used to feel. And you know, my body hasn't really changed. I haven't lost or gained any weight. I haven't changed physically, but just the way I feel at the inside of my body is a little bit different. Like I said earlier, I have not been perfect, so I'm not saying that I did not eat any meat or any animal products for the entire month, but I've definitely been eating cleaner and I've been eating things that I understand, and I think that's good, and I think that's an improvement, and I'm glad that I'm making choices that I am more conscious of now. I also, in that video, I made a point of saying, I wanted to encourage my vegan viewers who did not already care about this to call out transphobia and to make a point of addressing it when they came across it. And I noticed a lot of vegan YouTubers actually made videos about transphobia after that video, and I was really pleased with that. So I'll link a bunch of videos that other YouTubers did as a response to mine that kind of tackled that issue, or even just talked about my video itself in the description box. So if you're interested, you can check out those channels. I don't know any of these girls or these people very well, so I don't know, but these videos were interesting, so I'll put them in the description box. Back to the food thing with veganism, there were quite a few things that I made that I was really pleased with, that I was really surprised I liked so much, or that filled me up so much, or that gave me so much energy. I made this amazing vegetable soup. It was like kind of like an Indian vegetable soup. It was really, really, really good. And it gave me so much energy. I felt so clean. I felt so light, not in terms of weight, but just in terms of like, I didn't feel heavy. I don't know how to explain that. Do you know what that feels like? It feels like you just feel like you're weighed down by something. And I didn't feel that. And I would never have imagined that was tied to food, but it was just such a light meal, but it was filling and it was healthy and it made me feel great. So I think that's something I'm going to try to make a lot, is soups, because it's very possible to make a filling soup. You can use lots of smaller vegetables like lentils or like beans and things to fill it up, to make it more filling and to give yourself a lot of good fibers and a lot of good nutrients. And I really enjoyed that. You can also make kind of junky food. It's not necessarily junky food, but you can make food that, you know, is satisfying emotionally, like tacos. You can replace the meat with tofu or even imitation meat, I guess. I haven't tried that, but there's a lot of ways to take these foods and make them good. And like I said earlier, I think it's better if you don't think of it as replacing or substituting, like a meat substitute, but a different thing altogether. If you think of tofu as a meat imitation, it's not going to taste good, because that's not what it is. It's its own thing. Out of everything I've learned, that's the best advice I can give to people that are trying this for the first time, because I'm not an expert at this. I don't know what I'm doing. So from one person who's just starting to try this to another, that is my best advice after 1 month of trying to be vegan that I can give you. And I'm excited to keep trying this and to try new foods and to try making new things that I haven't tried before. And I will definitely down the line make another video about this at some point, or another series of videos. This will never become a vegan channel, but I do think it's interesting to document changes I'm going through. That's what this whole channel is really about, is about how much we can change as people, physically and otherwise. And I think this is another change that I'm making in my life that would be nice to share with you. So I will continue to talk about it. I will never, ever, ever try to pressure you into being a vegan or to trying this thing, but if you want to give it a try, you're more than welcome to, and we can compare our experiences together. I didn't really end up documenting this on Snapchat or Instagram or Twitter as much as I thought I would, so definitely ask me questions and maybe we can start a dialogue, because I didn't really know what to say to how's veganism going, because that's kind of a big question. So maybe we can talk about, you know, if you know any great foods or, you know, items from the grocery store that you can use in cooking that maybe I might not have heard of. I would love to hear what you have to say. Maybe in the comments here even, just hit me up with any advice you have regarding, especially regarding food, because I think in terms of beauty products, and I can pretty much handle that, but food is a whole nother world for me. So please let me know if you have any advice or favorites. I think I'm going to go for now. So until next time, just remember, you are so cool. You can do whatever you set your mind to, and you should never feel, what should I tell you this time? What should I tell you? You are strong like a bamboo stalk growing. Is bamboo strong? Do you know if bamboo's strong? I mean, I've killed 2 bamboo plants.
I think bamboo is
but I've been told
strong.
it's pretty durable and resilient.
I think
so
it's
I must have
pretty
actually done something to it.
I mean, panda wreck it, you know.
I mean, I must be a panda.
Oh my god, you wreck it. Mow down bamboo forests.
You will mow down bamboo forests. That's what you will do. I love you so much. I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.